Welcome to Final Curtain. I'm Donald. Today we gather to remember iconic figures whose journeys have reached their final chapter. Their talent, dedication, and influence shaped generations and touched millions worldwide. Join us as we honor their remarkable contributions across film, music, and culture, celebrating lives that will forever be remembered and continue inspiring future generations. Chester Bennington, the powerful voice behind Linkin Park, is remembered this week as fans reflect on what would have been another milestone in his life. Born in 1976, he rose to global fame as a vocalist who could shift effortlessly between raw intensity and quiet emotion, giving shape to songs that defined a generation. Tracks like One Step Closer and In the End became more than chart hits. They became emotional outlets for listeners navigating their own struggles, identity, and change. His performances carried a rare honesty, blending aggression and vulnerability in a way that felt deeply relatable. Many fans connected to the sense that his music spoke for emotions that were often difficult to express. Behind the success and global recognition, he also faced personal challenges, something that added even more depth to the way his voice was heard and understood. Chester passed away in 2017 at the age of 41, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate across generations. His influence remains present in music, memories, and the countless listeners who found comfort in his words and sound. Even today, his voice continues to feel present, powerful, emotional, and unforgettable in modern rock history. Dave Mason, a founding member of Traffic, left behind a lasting legacy that continues to influence music lovers across generations. Known for his soulful voice, expressive guitar work, and memorable songwriting, he passed away at the age of 79 after facing health challenges in his later years. Born David Thomas Mason on May 10, 1946, in Worcester, he developed a deep passion for music early on, drawing inspiration from blues, jazz, and the rising wave of rock. This blend of influences helped him create a style that felt both emotional and technically refined. In the late 1960s, he co-founded Traffic alongside Steve Winwood, Jim Capaldi, and Chris Wood, helping shape the band's distinctive fusion of rock, jazz, and folk. His songs, including Hole in My Shoe and the widely loved Feelin' Alright, went on to become classics covered by many artists. After leaving the group, he built a successful solo career with tracks like We Just Disagree, earning him further recognition. Over the years, he also worked with major artists such as Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison, reflecting his versatility and respect within the industry. In his later life, health issues limited his touring, and he eventually stepped back from performing. His music remains a testament to creativity, honesty, and enduring artistic influence. Kiki Shepard has passed away at the age of 74, leaving behind a legacy defined by warmth, encouragement, and lasting cultural impact. She became widely known as a longtime co-host of Showtime at the Apollo, where she helped spotlight emerging talent and celebrated performers with genuine enthusiasm. Her presence on the show made her a familiar and uplifting figure for audiences as she brought energy, kindness, and support to every performance she introduced. Beyond her work in entertainment, she devoted much of her life to advocacy and service. Through the KIS Foundation, she worked to raise awareness and support for individuals affected by sickle cell disease, using her platform to bring attention to important health challenges and to provide help where it was needed most. Kiki Shepard's legacy is remembered not only through her television career, but also through the lives she touched off-screen. She represented a rare blend of entertainment and compassion, showing that influence can extend far beyond the stage. Her work continues to be reflected in the opportunities she helped create for artists and the support she offered to communities in need, leaving behind a lasting sense of kindness and purpose. Marie-Claire Costello was an American actress whose long and steady career reflected a deep commitment to craft rather than fame. Born on February 3, 1936, in Peoria, Illinois, she grew up during a time when television was beginning to reshape entertainment, and Hollywood was in a major creative era. From an early age, she showed interest in performance and storytelling, which eventually led her toward professional acting. She trained at the Actors Studio in New York City, where she developed a naturalistic style focused on emotional honesty and character depth, shaping the foundation of her work across stage and screen. Before becoming widely known on television, she spent years working in theater, building experience and earning respect for her disciplined approach. Her breakthrough to a wider audience came through television roles, especially in The Waltons, where she played Rosemary Hunter Fordwick, a character that added warmth and realism to the series. She also appeared in The Fitzpatricks, along with guest roles in several popular shows, consistently delivering grounded and believable performances. In film, she showed versatility with appearances in projects like Let's Scare Jessica to Death and Ordinary People, adapting easily to different genres. Later in life, she focused on teaching acting, guiding students with the same thoughtful approach she brought to her own work. She passed away in New York City at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy defined by quiet excellence, authenticity, and dedication to the art of acting. 5 years ago this week, the world said goodbye to Yaphet Kotto, who passed away at the age of 81, leaving behind a body of work defined by quiet power and unmistakable presence. On screen, Kotto had a rare ability to ground every role in something deeply human, whether he was portraying authority, vulnerability, or moral complexity. Many viewers remember him as Lieutenant Al Giardello in Homicide, Life on the Street, where he balanced toughness with empathy, creating a character who felt both commanding and deeply relatable. Others know him from the tension-filled science fiction classic Alien, where his performance added gravity to a story driven by fear and survival. He also left a lasting impression as a memorable antagonist in Live and Let Die, bringing charisma and intensity to the role. Beyond individual performances, Kotto's career stood out for its consistency and integrity. He didn't rely on excess or theatrics. Instead, he built characters through subtle expression and steady confidence. That understated approach made his work linger long after the screen went dark. Even today, his performances continue to resonate, remembered for their authenticity and the quiet strength he brought to every scene he entered. Angelina Jolie is widely recognized as one of Hollywood's most influential figures, known for her acting, humanitarian work, and global visibility. Her life story reflects a complex blend of artistic success, personal challenges, and deep transformation over time. From her early years, shaped by family instability, to her rise as an international film star, she has experienced both extraordinary admiration and intense public scrutiny. Beyond cinema, she has devoted much of her life to humanitarian causes, advocating for refugees and global health awareness. At the same time, Her personal journey has included emotional struggles, health decisions, and highly publicized family transitions. Understanding her life means looking beyond fame and examining resilience, growth, and the human experience behind a globally known name. Early life and family background. Angelina Jolie was born into a family already connected to the entertainment world as the daughter of actor Jon Voight and actress Marceline Bertrand. However, her early family life was marked more by separation than stability. After her parents' relationship ended, she was raised primarily by her mother, who focused on providing a grounded and nurturing environment despite financial limitations. Her childhood was influenced by both artistic exposure and emotional complexity, as she grew up understanding the pressures of the film industry from a distance. Although she had access to creative inspiration, her upbringing was not centered on luxury or privilege. Instead, she learned early lessons about independence, emotional resilience, and observing the world carefully. These early family experiences shaped her sensitivity and awareness, both of which later influenced her acting style and humanitarian perspective. Childhood challenges and emotional landscape. During her childhood, Angelina experienced emotional contrasts that shaped her developing identity. While she was surrounded by creativity, she also faced feelings of isolation and instability due to family separation. Growing up with limited financial comfort, she became aware of struggle at an early age. School life was not always easy, and she often felt different from her peers, which contributed to a sense of emotional distance. Rather than relying heavily on social acceptance, she tended to internalize her thoughts and observe the world around her. This introspective nature later became an important part of her acting expression. Her childhood was not defined by a single dramatic event, but rather by ongoing emotional adjustments, learning to cope with change and understanding human complexity. These experiences helped build a foundation of empathy and depth that would later become central to both her artistic and humanitarian work. Teen years and identity formation. As a teenager, Angelina Jolie began exploring her identity in more expressive and experimental ways. She struggled with self-image and emotional intensity, often feeling disconnected from traditional expectations. During this period, she developed a fascination with individuality, creativity, and darker emotional themes, which influenced her personal style and outlook. School was not a place where she felt fully understood, and she often gravitated toward artistic expression as a way of processing emotions. Her teenage years were marked by exploration rather than stability, as she tried to understand who she was beyond her family background. These formative experiences helped her develop a strong sense of independence, but also emotional sensitivity. Over time, she began channeling her internal world into performance and storytelling, setting the stage for her future in acting. Discovery of acting and education. Angelina's interest in acting developed as she sought ways to express emotions that felt difficult to communicate in everyday life. She enrolled in acting training programs where she began studying performance techniques more seriously. Acting provided her with structure and a creative outlet, allowing her to explore different identities and emotional perspectives. Rather than viewing it only as a career goal, she initially experienced acting as a form of emotional release and self-discovery. Her education in performance helped her refine natural instincts and develop discipline in her craft. During this time, she also experimented with modeling and small creative projects, gradually building confidence in front of the camera. Acting became a space where she could transform personal intensity into artistic expression, shaping the foundation of her future professional success. Breakthrough into Hollywood. Angelina Jolie's entry into Hollywood came through early roles that showcased her strong screen presence and emotional depth. Her performances quickly attracted attention for their intensity and authenticity, distinguishing her from many emerging actors. One of her early breakthrough moments came with a cyber-themed film role that introduced her to a wider audience, even though the project itself was not a major commercial success. What stood out was her ability to convey complex emotions with natural ease. This period marked the beginning of her rise in the entertainment industry as casting directors began recognizing her unique talent. Her career momentum continued to build as she accepted more challenging roles, gradually establishing herself as a rising figure in Hollywood. Critical success and rise to fame. Her major breakthrough into critical acclaim came with performances that highlighted psychological depth and emotional complexity. She earned recognition for portraying layered characters, often involving themes of struggle, resilience, and identity. One of her most celebrated early roles earned her significant awards and industry respect, firmly establishing her as a serious actress. As her fame grew, she became one of the most discussed figures in entertainment media. Her public image combined artistic talent with a sense of unpredictability, which made her both admired and closely followed. During this phase, she transitioned from rising talent to established star, gaining international recognition and becoming a prominent figure in global cinema. Personal struggles and public image. Despite her growing success, Angelina Jolie's public image was often shaped by media attention that focused on her personal life. Like many public figures, she experienced intense scrutiny that sometimes overshadowed her professional achievements. She has spoken in general terms about emotional challenges in her early adulthood, emphasizing personal growth and recovery over time. These experiences contributed to her evolving perspective on life and stability. The media often amplified certain aspects of her personality, creating a complex public narrative that did not always reflect her private reality. Over time, she worked toward building a more grounded and balanced lifestyle, focusing on meaningful relationships and long-term goals. Early relationships and media attention. During her early career, Angelina Jolie's relationships attracted significant public attention. Her personal life became a frequent topic in entertainment media, often discussed alongside her professional achievements. One of her early marriages gained widespread publicity due to its unconventional nature and the strong personalities involved. While the relationship itself was deeply personal, it became part of her public identity due to media interest. Over time, she moved through different phases of relationships, each contributing to her emotional development and life experience. These periods were often misunderstood or exaggerated in public narratives, but they played a role in shaping her understanding of connection, independence, and personal boundaries. Turning point toward motherhood. A major shift in Angelina Jolie's life came with her decision to become a mother. Adoption marked the beginning of a profound transformation in her priorities and worldview. Meeting her first child changed her emotional direction, shifting focus from personal struggle to caregiving and responsibility. Motherhood gave her a sense of grounding and purpose that influenced both her personal and professional decisions. Over time, she expanded her family through adoption and biological children, creating a multicultural household that reflected her global perspective. This phase of her life became central to her identity, shaping her choices and reinforcing her commitment to stability and protection for her children. Humanitarian work and global influence. Angelina Jolie's humanitarian work became one of the most defining aspects of her public life. She began working with international organizations focused on refugee support and global crises. Through field visits and advocacy, she brought attention to humanitarian issues that often received limited media coverage. Her involvement extended beyond symbolic participation, as she actively engaged with displaced communities and global leaders. Over time, she became a prominent voice in humanitarian discussions, using her platform to raise awareness about conflict zones, education, and human rights. Her efforts earned international recognition and positioned her as more than an entertainer, but also a global advocate for vulnerable populations. Relationship with Brad Pitt and family life. Angelina Jolie's relationship with Brad Pitt became one of the most widely followed celebrity partnerships of its time. Together, they formed a high-profile family and shared both personal and professional collaborations. Their household became known for its international structure, adopting and raising children from different cultural backgrounds. During this period, they also engaged in humanitarian and creative projects together, blending family life with global advocacy. However, the relationship also faced challenges due to constant media attention and demanding professional schedules. Over time, their partnership changed, eventually leading to separation and a prolonged legal process that attracted significant public interest. Health decisions and medical journey. A major chapter in Angelina Jolie's life involved her health decisions after discovering a genetic risk for serious illness. She chose preventive medical procedures, including surgeries aimed at reducing long-term cancer risk. These decisions were made after personal and medical consideration, especially given her family history. She later shared her experience publicly to raise awareness about genetic testing and preventive health care. Her openness encouraged many people to consider medical screening options and understand inherited health risks. This period of her life highlighted both vulnerability and strength as she navigated major physical and emotional changes while maintaining her professional and family responsibilities. Divorce and legal challenges. Following her separation from Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie became involved in a lengthy legal process concerning custody and shared assets. The proceedings attracted extensive media attention and public discussion. Both parties expressed concerns centered on family well-being, and the situation evolved through formal legal channels over several years. The process was emotionally complex and often publicized, making it one of the most discussed celebrity legal cases in recent years. Despite challenges, she focused on maintaining stability for her children and continuing her professional and humanitarian commitments. Later life, career shift, and reflection. In her later career, Angelina Jolie shifted focus toward directing, humanitarian work, and selective acting projects. She became more intentional about the roles she chose and the stories she helped tell. Her work increasingly reflected themes of resilience, conflict, and human experience. At the same time, she maintained a lower public profile compared to earlier years, focusing on family and meaningful creative contributions. Her lifestyle became more private and centered on long-term stability rather than constant public visibility. Legacy and continuing influence. Angelina Jolie's legacy extends across film, humanitarian work, and cultural influence. She is recognized not only for her acting achievements, but also for her global advocacy and humanitarian contributions. Her journey reflects themes of transformation, resilience, and personal growth. Over time, she has influenced discussions on health awareness, adoption, and international aid. Her impact continues through her films, public work, and the causes she supports. While her life has been shaped by both success and challenge, her overall legacy is defined by adaptability, strength, and a commitment to meaningful change in both personal and global contexts.